Hey y'all.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. So what we talking about today? I got
I
some
want to
stuff.
go first. I want to go
Oh,
first.
you dying to go first today. All right.
I want to go first.
What you
And
got
so,
for him?
Wait, I want to ask you something.
Please.
Stevie,
Yes, ma'am.
what's going on with the shades?
That's just my mood today.
That's your mood today?
That's my mood today. Is sunglasses. I might take them off in the middle somewhere, but right now
That's your mood.
I'm gonna wear my
okay,
shades.
go.
I mean, those are nice Gucci glasses.
God bless.
Oh, is that what? Okay. All right.
I don't think that has anything. I try to wear black designers every time I come on, like the marathon I have on now, but it's the
It is
glasses
what
I
it
own.
is.
God
Okay.
bless.
So what is your topic?
So I'm supposed to cover dating, and I think this week the topic is teachable moments, and I think this show's teachable moment can revolve around Cardi B. Cardi B is fairly newly separated and has filed for divorce from Offset and is back in the dating world. And I think we can take a look at what's going on right now and use it for some teachable moments as it pertains to dating. I'm not here to disparage anybody. Personally, we're just talking about decisions, results, choices, and the things that follow, if that is okay. So for those who don't know, Cardi B is a famous rapper. She was married to another famous rapper named Offset. She seemed to be very upset and disappointed that he continuously got caught cheating on her over and over again. While she was pregnant, while she wasn't pregnant, she seemed to express that she was willing to be anything and everything he wanted her to be sexually. There was no restrictions whatsoever. So she felt like, it seemed, because I haven't sat down and talked to her personally, but it seemed from the outside, based on the things that she said, that she felt like with her being as attractive as she feels she is, as successful as she feels she is, and as willing to do things as she was, that he should not have been cheating. And I don't disagree with her about that at all. So now she has gotten back out into the dating world, and she started dating a NFL player by the name of Stefon Diggs. I don't watch football enough to have known who he was before he started dating Cardi B, but as soon as he started dating Cardi B, they were putting out timelines of the different women he's dated, and it seemed like he was enjoying his success, his money, and the freedom to exercise all the options that were at his disposal. They put that out there. Go ahead.
But he was single.
Yeah.
Unlike her husband.
God bless. To my knowledge,
Right.
completely single. Definitely not,
Yeah. Yeah.
no one made any allegations that he was doing anything wrong.
Right.
So Cardi B has gotten with him. She's been seen out with him. And then maybe a month ago, 3 weeks ago or so, she put up a post saying, my man, it's so beautiful and wonderful to have a man who just knows how to love you from head to toe.
I hate when women do that.
I know.
Know how to love you from head to toe.
So guilty of it.
So
I hate it when
then maybe
women do
4
that.
days ago,
Oh.
a video is released. Stefon Diggs is on a super yacht with Cardi B and lots of other people. It's a social thing going on. She's at the back of the boat, and it's 3 girls with her, and they like all twerking on each other, having fun. And he's at the front of the boat,
With 3 girls
and
twerking
there
on
are
him,
3 fair-skinned women. there are 3 white women standing around him, and he's just chilling with his shirt off, and he's like, "What's my name?" And they like, "Daddy, daddy, daddy." Right? And he's like, "Okay, y'all know my name." So he pulls out his little knapsack and goes in his knapsack, and he pulls out a clear plastic bag with a pink substance in it. Now, no one can know what this substance is unless you test it.
Absolutely.
But there's speculation based on what he said to them
It's
after he
baby
gave
oil.
it to them that it was pink cocaine. Because he said, "Hey, y'all take this. Don't do it all, right? Do some, and then come back and see me."
Okay.
And
While on video.
while on video. So I haven't talked to Cardi B personally, but people are
Have you talked to
reporting
Stefon Diggs?
that she was very upset about this. Like, why would you embarrass me? Why would you play me? Why would you do these things? And so from the outside looking in, not knocking Cardi B, but it seems like she could benefit from a little assistance because she has developed a type that is going to continuously give her all the things that she does not want. So from the outside looking in, it looks like she has chosen a man who's going to move just like Offset in whatever their connection is. Now, no one has came out and said they're exclusive. No one has, specifically said that they're a couple. I don't know what their agreement is, but if she was upset about what she saw, then she's choosing the wrong person early in the dating stage, which happens to so many people, and that's why I think it's a teachable moment from so many angles. But the number one angle is,
I need to ask you a question.
Yes.
Okay. So you said nobody has said they were exclusive.
Correct.
So okay. And even if they are exclusive, so she knew that she was on the back of the boat doing what she was doing. She was having fun. She knew he wasn't standing right there.
Correct.
She knew that, I'm assuming that this was a mixed social setting, and they're potentially he's a football. I don't know no football players, but except for and Deion Sanders.
I was just
I
going to say except for
but so he's a football player. Clearly, women are going to be drawn to him. I mean, anytime you have somebody in the spotlight, clearly they're going to attract people. Like, they're going to attract a lot of people, especially if they actually are attractive as well.
Right.
Right. So they said, "Daddy, daddy, daddy." Okay. And then he gave them some drugs.
Would appear to be.
It would appear
could have been Kool-Aid.
Okay. I don't know anything. I didn't even know that cocaine was pink. I don't know nothing about that
it's
stuff.
It's a new thing. It's mixed in with some other. Diddy made it famous, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay. All righty. It's not mixed with baby oil, is it?
Right.
Himalayan salt is a different color pink. I keep it in my house.
It's not it's not baby oil in there, so I'm not sure what could turn pink. But anyway, so I am, because I'm me, y'all know I'm weird. Anyway, so I'm unsure as to what was. She's done drugs before.
How we know?
Well,
I don't know, but God bless. Continue.
Back in the day or something. I don't know if she do them now.
I ain't never.
But I mean, so he didn't whip out his penis and give that to him.
Not yet.
So, not yet, or not at all. We don't know
or
what's
not
gonna
at all.
happen. Right? We don't know what's gonna happen. We can't speculate that he's gonna give them penis just because he gave them
success
pink
leaves
cocaine.
clues, but continue.
Success leaves clues. Well, okay. So I'm just wondering what she was so embarrassed about. I guess that's my first thing. What was she so embarrassed about?
Well, there are things that aren't guaranteed to demonstrate that things are going to go in a certain direction, but there are certainly indicators of things that could lead to things going in a certain direction. Right. So pink cocaine, as I understand it, again, Diddy has made it famous. I have no experience with cocaine. I have no experience with Molly, ecstasy.
Me either.
None of these things. So I'm only going from what I'm reading and what I'm learning. I want to make that clear. But pink cocaine allegedly has like some ecstasy Molly components mixed in it too, to make it even more sexual, I guess, than
it heightens your
regular
experience.
cocaine.
So he gave them this stuff and this said, "Come back and see me."
Right. So he's a famous football player. If his brand and his fame were his concern, then he would have been having them say, "You Stefon Diggs, wide receiver for the Patriots." No. The answer he obviously programmed and was waiting for was daddy. Does that mean that he was going to sleep with them? Absolutely. Absolutely not. Is he opening the door to that thought process and behavior?
Possibly.
No. He opened the door. That don't mean you had to let nobody through. But he absolutely opened the door when he's having these white women who are obviously enamored by him refer to him his daddy. And then once they conceded, right, they were willing to call him daddy, no matter what the circumstance was, even if Cardi B was on the back of the boat. Then he proceeds to go in his pouch and pull out drugs that are connected to freak-offs and sexual experiences.
That word.
And then he warned them don't take all of it. Take some of it.
Because he needs something for
Don't
the
go.
next
Have
ride.
fun. Enjoy yourself.
Don't OD.
But make sure you come back to me after you've engaged.
So, to answer Xavier's, the reason why she was embarrassed is because for the last several months or more, she has been linked to him. They have been talking about that they have been dating, as if they are in a relationship. And so when your name is publicly linked to somebody, and then there is a situation where it appears as he's trying to get some outside vagina,
Okay, so
that can be
who took this
embarrassing.
video?
I don't know. No one
Okay,
has
'cause
said
of
who
course,
took
a
the video.
friend on the boat.
Because here's my thing. If I'm out on a boat with a select group of people, we not out on stage, we not even on land. I'm out on a boat with a select group of people. I'm probably trusting that, those people are going to. People who smart, they might have an NDA.
It's
or whatever
2025.
But I'm just
Wake up.
saying, I would not expect if I have this select group of people out in the middle of the water on the boat. I think I'm kind of safe. It's like having something at my house. If you come to my house, then I don't expect you to be telling everybody what went on at my house.
But
Teachable moment. Then,
But if
we're a teachable moment for all of us. Go ahead.
But if it doesn't matter that it was or who was videotaping, the thing that's the problem is that he did it.
No, the thing that's the problem is that it got out to the public.
No.
That's what made her embarrassed.
Well,
Because if it hadn't gotten out to the public, she wouldn't have been embarrassed.
So,
Nobody
okay,
would have
so
known
if
what
he-
happened,
if he
including her.
if he
Well,
dis-
that's not true. She called Offset not publicly and was pissed off. So no one knew till she said, "Caught this again. I'm pissed off." So
Yeah.
she pissed off whether it's public or not.
Yeah, so I think that if you are a celebrity, especially nowadays, you cannot operate in public without the thought that somebody could be videotaping you. That is just, I don't know about y'all, but one thing that I do whenever I go places, I just look at people. I just observe people. And there is not a time when 80% of the people in the room already have their phone in their hands, whether they are looking at something or playing the game or whatever, and everybody knows it is as simple as a thumb up and a press that can get you on video camera. And so if you are a guy and he actually had to meet with the leadership of his team.
Absolutely.
Because of how it looked, because of what the bag or what was held in the bag or what it appeared to be in the bag. It's not a good look. You have to be you in this time of age. You cannot be a celebrity, especially a celebrity with a profile like his. His profile is bigger because he's with Cardi B. Thinking that you can just operate like that in
What team
front
does
of
he play
people.
for?
He plays for the
Patriots.
Patriots, and they're talking about cutting him now. A
Patriots,
possibility of
absolutely.
cutting him.
Absolutely.
And I want to add to all that. I'm not a celebrity, and I literally my mindset is that I'm being taped even when I'm in my house. Like there is no privacy, in my humble opinion.
like my
There's
Absolutely.
no such thing. One, recording devices have been left in my home before, right? And two, yeah, and two,
It's like
I got a nice balcony.
let
I have
people
the
in that you
blinds
trust.
open. Right. I let somebody in I trust, right? Wrong. Right? And so it's not safe out here to assume that you're not being recorded at all times. Everybody has Ring cameras and people have Zoom, and so they can, like I said, I like to have the balcony door open in the summertime, catch the breeze, but I know that when I do that, somebody could be across the street with a camera involved.
Let me tell you what I think this teachable moment is. This teachable moment is black men with money. Please stop letting your sex drive wreck you. I mean, how many times does this have to happen?
Well, it's
So
gonna
now
have
he
to
gonna mess up
continue.
his money because some women said daddy. I mean, you listen.
I mean, he had a plan. That's why he had the little pouch of whatever he
That's
had
ridiculous.
I'd like to
So-
say
in his
something
backpack or
when
purse
I
or whatever
can.
he was carrying. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Gina.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to make sure I waited because you said some really good points, and I really appreciate the way in which you shared this story. Right, talking about patterns, talking about I don't know what was in there. I did not test it, so before we do any of that,
Right.
we're protecting both of them, right?
Sure.
You're talking about a type, right?
Sure.
That we like those things. But the part that talks about, that brings it straight to my head, and like I said, it could just be from where I come from today and everything and stuff. We have a task force in the city of Chicago that's been newly developed because of drug parties like this, right? You get hold of some stuff that you think is just a cute little easy living by AJ, which is very good, and but we're in the middle of a party and some stuff happens with it, and all of a sudden it's not that.
Right.
And then at this point, what I'm hearing once again is I never heard of Stephen Diggs before Cardi B. Stefon Diggs until Cardi B, right?
Right.
Even though he played for the the New England Patriots, right?
Right.
So once again, she's bringing names up. I knew of Migos.
Right.
Didn't know Offset.
Right.
Didn't know which one was which, right?
Right.
So once again, she is missing the point that she is the prize and that she keeps bringing them with her and they're not ready to be there. So I'm not saying don't party with them. I'm not saying don't do that. But right now, the way you just told this story, which once again, I appreciate the way you say it, but we're looking at so many other things that could happen. What could be drugs, him losing his career now,
That's
him
crazy.
saying daddy on the, and I will say, I say, oh, look at that zaddy over there, right? Doesn't mean I'm really going to sleep with him. But,
Right.
it says it's opening the door. But I'm just looking at so many things. When you talk about dating and too soon, and Xavier said it about you get on social media, I was like, yeah, I said that, my man. And about 30 days later, I was like, yeah.
He
3
not my
weeks.
man.
So yeah, I don't want to discredit his fame. He probably makes more money than her, based on the contract he just got.
Actually,
No.
he probably has more money than her.
I don't.
Why do you say no?
There's no way I'd believe that.
No, listen.
No.
Let me-
Yeah,
no,
we
no.
do.
I know. I'd like
let
for
me
us
explain.
to look at this, though.
Well, let me explain something to y'all.
Anybody out there, look it up and
I'm just saying.
Absolutely. Let's fact check.
Yeah, look up.
It is very possible that he can have more money than her because he has been in the league for several years.
You got it.
He's had at least 2 big contracts at this time.
And what are you all considering big?
I'm talking like
He's made over $100 million.
Okay.
$80 million worth of contracts.
So again, $100 million contracts. I
No,
promise you I
so-
get what you're saying.
I mean,
I'm just talking about the longevity
He's
of
been-
Cardi.
no,
Cardi B hasn't put out an album in over 10
I'm
years.
just saying.
And that's the best
And
part
she
of her
hasn't been
not having
touring.
to.
She's very upset. She's so upset about Offset
mean-
asking for spousal support
Absolutely.
that she said,
So,
I hope
mean,
he dies
I'm
slow,
just saying,
Yes.
even though he's the father of her kids. If money wasn't a thing, see, Michael Jordan, he didn't say he wished Juanita died slow. He gave $150 million and went on to
I'm
$1
just
billion.
saying, it's a
It's
Well,
different.
first of all, there's
I know it's different when
no,
you have that type of
I'm
money.
just
That's
saying.
my
it's
point.
not even the
It's
case. Okay,
possible.
wait.
Reality.
I
I'm
just want to
saying
say one
it's
thing.
possible Cardi B has more money, but I'm just saying it could be very close.
Because usually I don't give spousal support if I'm the person who doesn't make the most
That's
money.
Offset. We
That's
talking about
Offset.
Stefon Diggs.
So
I get
I'm
it.
not sure.
Talking
I
about
think
a
we have
different
somebody,
person.
we have a
We
fact
have
check.
some people in here who probably has net worth.
and Cardi.
Okay, Cardi. Contracts.
And what about Cardi B?
Well, his net worth, his value is estimated at about 60 million. When I look at hers is 80 million on certain sources, but some it's like 100 mil. So it seems like she has.
She has the most
God
money.
bless.
I know based on all of these things that we don't see, we keep thinking about an album. That girl did it so right, and I continue to pray for her.
Yeah,
Not
she
just
got all kinds
investment,
of stuff
and she
going
has
on.
lines
And the
of
reality
clothing,
shows.
lines of clothes.
She got residual stuff coming
That's why
in.
she didn't go back. She said, "I'm not going back to a reality show. I use that as a stepping stone."
Yes.
Right.
She
That money was
co-hosted
nothing.
Jimmy
I know how much
Fallon.
that pay.
While she's saying "okay," so that's truly she's done it. She said something that I pray continues to be the case. She said, "I'm gonna always pay my taxes. 'Cause never in my life did I think I would make this much money. So on my biggest day, I have no problem giving Uncle Sam his part of the money. You're not gonna catch me up on taxes. So every time I hear something with her, I'm like, please just let it
She
be
grateful to be
taxes,
making that
right?
money.
Because she's making that kind of money. So once again, you're absolutely right when we're talking about money and we're looking at other folks' stuff. But I'm pretty sure that those numbers are just about right because he got the contracts and stuff. I just want to say though, once again, that while she's bringing these men up, and you talk about the type, right? It's okay to have a type. If I like certain kind of men, I like certain kind of men. What it's not okay that I keep letting them put me in a position
Right.
where I'm now, and I don't know if it's embarrassment because she was twerking. So no, I'm kidding.
But they weren't around each other, so she thought, she didn't know what he was doing on the other side of the boat while.
But I would
she was
imagine if we
twerking.
on the same boat or in the
No, it was a super yacht. So when I say they
or
were
next to
nowhere
each other
near
getting
each other,
massages, I would assume that my man is over here doing the right thing.
Listen,
God bless. But even with those numbers, I just it's because the celebrity net worth versus real data on contracts is a different thing. Entertainment people, part of their branding is to boost their net worth numbers. But what I do know is even if not, Cardi B's monthly expenses, according to Cardi B, are $10 million a month because she requires things that he does not.
Absolutely.
Right? He don't have to go out with security. He don't have to.
What
So she.
Can you
So
spend $10 million a month on?
because of
these things
security.
these
For
things
her
that
children,
cost money.
for culture.
Have
for
you-
her
She has a
sexual,
360 deal, so she has to pay more people out of her pot than he has to pay out of his pot. There are different things.
But can I just say
Playing
that
around.
y'all
I will-
just talked about his contract being pulled? Oh,
No, we didn't say it got pulled yet.
no, that's it.
No.
You
Not
talked
yet.
about. I just said
It could be.
You talked about
No.
his contract being pulled because when stuff happens with her fans rally, and if she says I got to give Offset some money, I'm gonna need you all to start buying these drinks. Her fans will do that. Unlike him, who when they say you can no longer throw this ball for us for $100 million,
Right.
Well, I don't know how we got on this.
And why he didn't think
why
about
we
that
down the
first.
rabbit hole
But
of
what-
the money.
So-
Hold on, let me.
so
I want to
much.
let Okara finish his thought because I know we cut right in on his
No,
thought.
so I think that when we comparing the money, it doesn't really matter, and I think that this is the teachable moment for some people, is that a woman can have all of these things. She can have fame, she can be pretty, she can be whatever, and she can have a man who has his own. She's still just a woman.
Just.
Yes.
What the hell
I'm
does that
sorry.
mean?
I hate to put it like that, but she's still just a woman to that man. And that despite the fact that she has all of this, and to a man who because see, what y'all don't understand is that the reliance on men for some women compared to the reliance on women for some men is totally different.
Absolutely.
Her money does not mean nothing to him because it doesn't come to him. She doesn't pay for his lifestyle. She doesn't pay his bills. She doesn't treat him. She doesn't do this.
I'm sure
it
she
makes
treats him.
it
Not
makes
yet.
no difference though. We are not wired like that. So the only thing that really matters for a man like that is how he feels
About
when
that
he's
woman.
in your presence.
That's what my daddy used to tell
And
me.
so you can I don't mean to diminish anything that a woman accomplishes, but with the men that she is trying to date, that is not her sticking point. That is not the thing. The only thing that really is going to do is make him more attractive to other women.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that's fair.
so it when it a lot of times women they are under this impression that their mere presence is the key.
It is.
It's not though.
So what you trying
Well-
to tell us that no matter what, we just all interchangeable?
No, what I'm trying to tell you is that no matter
Sounded like
what,
to me.
your personality and how you how a man feels when he's in your presence is the most important thing you could bring to a man, especially a man who has money, who doesn't need that. Because even when women have a lot of money, I've dated women who've made less money than me. I've dated women who've made more money than me. And guess what? It has always been the same.
Right.
Because no matter what, a woman who made more money, that didn't do anything for me.
Right.
Right. So the money rabbit hole, though, when you all said that, you said it's a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole when we recognize that Cardi B possibly made more. But otherwise, you all brought the money up, right, about how much money he makes. No. But I really just want to.
We just said that neither one of them need each other to pay each other's bills.
I want to jump in on something bigger you said. With Offset, Cardi B is known for saying, I'll do whatever with whomever, how, whatever, right? And he still cheated. So it's really to your point that she was willing to do all of those things, and we know she changed her hair every time we see her, right? And still
she's every woman.
Cheated. Right, she's every woman. So exactly what you said.
But the thing that
how he felt about her.
And that is the part that comes to how you choose, all right? Because it can be, there are some men who, no matter what is done, it's like a black hole. It's people, period. But you can give them whatever. Some goes in, nothing comes out. He could just be a person who has just, have trauma, whatever, and his manhood is judged off of that. And so that's where you have to watch who you choosing, because there's some people it doesn't matter what you do. They are what they are. Mm-hmm. And you have to be able to understand that about people when you meet them. And that's probably what it is that she lacks. She does not know how to judge, or she does not judge men who have a certain type of character.
But
and probably because those type of men are not exciting.
And that's where I was going
right.
to go. So when you out here dating,
you're like a bad boy.
You meet the guys, and some guys, they just are a little, they're really straight, I mean, not straight as far as, sexual. I'm talking, they are
straight laced.
They just real straight. They want to go to church, they go home, then they don't really want to do
Russell Wilson.
anything, if you show up with a THC pen, they're going to pray for your healing, and they just real straight, and depending on your personality, so Cardi B is, where she started. Yes. So I'm sure she kind of out there, she want to have some fun. She might like some wild times and all that other kind of stuff, so you attract that because that's what you like. And then they still are who they are. I've met men that were very exciting, and they would tell me, so I get intrigued sometimes when people have different backgrounds from mine, because, mine was a little straight-laced, right? But I'm not really straight-laced now, right? So then when I hear their stories and all of the stuff that they did, I'm like, oh, wow, that's exciting. I never did that. I never heard that. I never seen that. That's exciting, and so you are attracted to that. But then what I've learned over time, is that when I listen to those stories, they might be intriguing and exciting, but you also telling me who you are. You're telling me what your patterns are. You're telling me what your behavior, your standard behavior is. So now I got to, get real and not be caught up in the fantasy of I'm going to be the woman that he changes for, because I'm probably not going to be the woman he changes for. I might, you never know. But I'm not never willing to take that chance anymore, right? So
I like to add to that I empathize with Cardi B, right, in this space right now, because her dating pool is not big. Just of where you even gonna bump into somebody or meet somebody is very limited. I see indicators that she still has some healing to do behind the relationship with Offset, which also may contribute to it being super difficult for her to create a healthy dating dynamic right in this moment, because she's still beefing with him and still feeling a way about him. And maybe even because my man is so refreshing, and a man love me head to toe. That may be 1,000% true, but I know a little bit of that was motivated by
to get
Offset. Let me burn his soul real quick with some ether. Yes. And so it's
Everybody
nothing.
saw
If
that.
she likes excitement and she can accept the things that come along with excitement, God bless her. I'm only talking about this because she seemed to be really, really hurt and damaged over and over again
Yes.
by accepting Offset back and re-entering their marriage and then experiencing the same results. And so I only caution in this moment because it looks like she's setting her up for the exact same thing. And she didn't have to talk to him to find this out about him, right? It was to some degree well known that he was enjoying himself and moving, how he was moving. It's so funny. Like last summer, I was just doing my little 10-mile walk on the lake, and I was like, I got a friend of mine that just indulged with me, right? I'm like, I'm on my hitch. Like, who would be, or what type of person could Cardi B move on to? And when she does, how should she frame it? Should she try to jump right into another full-fledged, committed relationship, this my boo? Or should she position herself to see what's out there and continue to position herself as seeing what's out there, even in the process of seeing what's out there? But for the most part, I thought to myself, no rappers, right? There may be a 1 or 2 or 3 out there who have a different mindset, but the majority of them, just even based on her brand and her music and how she's moved around, a lot of them would find it difficult to put their full effort into a relationship with her publicly for fear of it hurting their brand, as well as
wrap it up. Alarm.
As well as their egos. Well, there's been a lot of teachable moments in this, and so we can wrap it up.
Final words. I want to get final words from everybody.
Sure. My final words are, it sounds cliche, but if you want to have a different romantic experience, you certainly have to have made some progress in the healing from your past experiences. And then 2, it takes a long time to learn to be attracted to what's actually good for you. And so I am a man.
Possible?
Absolutely.
To learn to
I am a man who has been attracted to
1,000 first dates.
toxicity in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man who has been attracted to things that excited me, but in the long run didn't make me feel good and certainly didn't bring out the best version of me. And so I had to learn to adjust. I counseled someone 2 months ago where a guy was having a really healthy experience with a woman, but he was telling her that he just didn't feel in love with her in the same magnitude that he did with his ex-wives, after having admitted they were just trophies. And if they didn't look how they looked, he would have left them. To me, that is a prime example of a person, right, who is choosing things that in the long run don't make him feel good and don't bring out the best in him. And the problem is because he's measuring the excitement that he got from the toxic situations compared to the different type of excitement that you can get from a healthy situation. And I think that Cardi B needs some assistance in maybe differentiating between those two things and progressing to a place where she can either just have fun with the excitement and not have healthy expectations, or learn to be attracted to situations where she can have healthy expectations.
Gina, you got any last words on this?
I do. Drugs and parties, super yachts. I'm very selective about the parties I attend. I know which ones of my friends do drugs. I know they do gummies, they do this or that, right? And so we have to all pay attention to where we are, what we're doing, and how we're doing them. One of the reasons I stay in business is because people wake up and say, I didn't mean to sleep with him, but I took some pink cocaine, right?
Oh, geez.
Or I took some drugs. And so drugs and alcohol continue to play a role in people contracting STIs repeatedly. So just the whole conversation about the super yacht, it's still somebody's boat, and I want to know whose boat. Who are you letting on this boat with me? I do we do the private parties with certain people all the time, and we're very clear. Like, we have had to turn somebody away when we got to the dock because we're like, that's an elected official. I just don't want that person on this boat. Now, I want to tell them, I don't want them to say you can't hold your phone. I just don't feel safe with that person not sharing it. So the drugs and alcohol are going to continue to play, and we can all have fun, but it's soon when you start doing stuff and you don't know what you took, like you said, until we test it.
Oh yeah, nah, I ain't taking that anyway.
Man, right. And some people just do it just to see you trip out.
Oh yeah, no, they not gonna see me. Oh, Kara.
I think that people don't recognize how addicted to entertainment we are as human beings. And this is part of that, because in every aspect of our lives we like to be entertained. We like excitement. And I think that it can be fool's gold, especially when it comes to dating. Everything that looks good isn't good for you.
That's very true.
And
That is so good to me.
And once you get to the point where you are in a relationship, if the relationship fails, I think that everybody in an optimal situation should take a moment of silence. And what I mean by a moment of silence, I mean a moment to yourself, so you can really understand what it is you could have done differently in the relationship. You have to understand that, because you cannot really control or affect what anybody else do. And so if you leave a relationship and all you are doing is focusing on what the other person did, there is no healing for you. And I can guarantee, when I would bet money that when Cardi B left the relationship with Offset, all she did was saw what he did wrong, and she did not take accountability for the part that she played in the situation. And so I think that when we get out of these relationships, that's the first thing we need to focus on, is what could I have done better? What are the opportunities for me to improve? And, my decision making, my healing, my emotional maturity, because I think it takes a very emotionally mature person to be passionate about the things that are good for you.
Okay.
And I'll leave it at that.
Do we have any comments or questions from the audience? Okay.
You feel that
If
test,
you-
God
if
gonna
you-
give you the
if
same
you-
test. He gonna give you a retest.
If you
See all points of where everybody is coming from, but I'm with my man right here for the most part. I think when people get caught up in the money part of it, it's not gonna work anyway. And then you attract what you attract, what you said you attracted to. But when it's all said and done, it's about your choice and what you want and your happiness. That's what it really comes down to.
All right, audience participation. My final words, I just, I look at life a little bit different. I think that everybody's responsible for their own happiness and making decisions and stuff. First of all, if I was Cardi B, and if we're not in a relationship and what he did was have them call him daddy and gave him some drugs, that wouldn't be my issue that I would be out there on. That just wouldn't be it. On his end, he has far more to lose, because like Gina said, Cardi's fans gonna keep her going, period. He is gonna get his contract taken away, and now he's not making any millions. So that was a bad move on his part, not because of Cardi, but because of his own reality. And again, I just think that some of our black men with money need to really make better decisions when it comes to the access that they have to women. And probably some of our men that work average day jobs, you still might need to, make better decisions, because y'all keeping Gina in business. And
I'm just saying, business is good.
if you got to see her, you got a problem, right? Okay.